All right, good people. We've got our 7 past sunset. Yeah, we're still not sick of this, right? So I've got my multi-camera sequence open here. And what I'm going to be doing now that I've, laid it out in my regular timeline with my live and loud intro, and if we can switch over to our tab here. So I've got my intro going, and we make it through, and then we get to the actual performance where the audio starts first as we've got the picture of the band, and that crossfades to the actual performance. And we've got now we've replaced the camera audio with our fully mixed audio from the last portion of the project. What I want to do now that I have this in my timeline where I want it to be, I'm going to make some slight adjustments to it. And I'm not going to do that here in my ultimate finished product timeline. I'm going to go back and look at my multi-camera sequence. The first thing that I might want to do is make some fine-tuning adjustments to which camera is on at what time. Then I'm going to add some effects and transitions. And what's nice about this is any changes that I make here within my multi-camera edit are just going to automatically translate back over to what I've imported into my main timeline here. So you'll notice that those things will carry over, which is awesome. Then I don't have to do it all over again. So what I'm going to do here is expand my video track mostly. Get that expanded a little bit. And zoom in a little bit closer, and I'm going to start watching this and see if there's anything that I want to adjust. And you would be doing the same thing. So we've already gone through and done a solid couple passes through where we're choosing what cameras are going, but I want to make the really nitty gritty, sort of detailed adjustments to it. So let's listen. Alright, so let's say I want to expand this one. Actually, I want to cut this one over. And I kind of like seeing a little bit more of the drummer when he's using more of the drum kit. Alright, and then I'm going to switch here. And see, I kind of like it, on second thought, I'm thinking, well, I kind of like it once we land on the singer that we're zoomed in. So now I'm sort of starting to realize why I had this way to begin with. So we'll take the long shot of the drummer there. But you see how you can kind of go through here and just make some adjustments to when these things happen. And I'm making some of my edits to the music. I'm trying to anticipate when things are happening. I'm doing those camera cuts along with the beat of the music if possible. So I might be able to on and on. So that's kind of nice, and I'm going with these quicker edits is what I'm trying to do now. And then maybe when the camera is shifting around, I don't necessarily want to capture all those moments. So I'm also using this time as an opportunity to sort of fill in the blanks when one camera's moving around and repositioning. So let's see if we can get back over to the singer. Now, part of the struggle here is that we weren't the ones involved with the recording, right? So we're working with you know, this camera footage after the fact. You know, if we could go back in time, we might do things a little bit differently or have a different angle or something. So I kind of like this long shot just because we're getting a couple of different things happening. And then I'm going to cut right there, you know, along with the music to a different spot. Alright, so you get the idea. I'm going through and I'm making these finer adjustments to things. But there's some, let's make this a little bit more interesting too. Because, you know, there's, not only for our own sake and sanity, because we've heard these songs so many times, so we want to do something fun and make this interesting, but for the viewer as well. So I'm talking about transitions between shots every once in a while. We don't want to overdo it, right? Because there's some tasteful transitioning that we can do. But also some effects. Like, for example, that spot that we were just at, where I've got the lead singer here. I think it'd be sweet if we went to black and white for this moment. Alright, so I'm going to look under video effects. And let's see. We'll go to adjust. And this is sort of like one of the, you know, the lazy man's version of doing black and white. Put this proc amp on here. And then looking at, you know, my controls for proc amp. I'm just going to go down to saturation and turn it all the way down. And then bam, I've got immediate black and white. You know, so, and then, you know, at the same spot, you know, that might be kind of cool spot to transition in a certain way. So let's see if maybe we can go video transitions down on the bottom, expand all that too. I don't know, so let's do the diamond iris between the two things, and let's see how that looks. You know, so I'm thinking about interesting ways that I can go ahead and, you know, make some transitions, some dissolves, or some black and white moments, and really thinking, well, I don't want to do this all the time. I just want to do it some of the time to keep this interesting. Similarly, you know, you might consider doing some other things like cropping things and doing like a dissolve so you can see, you know, two different people in positions on the screen, doing a split screen sort of thing. So get creative with this and have fun. What I really want to show you though is that, let's say, let's take it back to the beginning of this sequence. If I, or maybe this area where I've got some tight edits, just to show you what I'm talking about. If we went and did dissolves just for all of these real quick. Not saying that this is necessarily a good idea to just do dissolve, dissolve, dissolve all the time. I just wanted to be able to show you this. And I go back to my my main timeline section. I should be able to see these dissolves happening. So let's take a look as we play this.
Be wrong, take you back every time you come. After a while, it seems denial isn't helping cure anyone. And on. There's nothing to say that hasn't been said. Nothing.
All right, so you see that I've got all the transitions and the dissolves and stuff sort of translate over there. So everything that you're doing to your multi-camera sequence will immediately translate over wherever you had placed that multi-camera sequence. So go ahead and have some fun with this stuff, and we'll take it to the next step next time. Thanks for watching.